Hello, welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead Podcast. We are the Two Chicks. Yay!
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 65. August 16th?
Yes.
This year's flying by.
It is very, very fast. Today was beautiful.
I know.
Like, you walked out and it was like, is it fall?
I came home and the windows were all open.
I know, yeah. We're airing out the house. You got to do that once in a while.
Yep. So we got a lot of rain yesterday.
Yeah, actually, I didn't check to see how much came down yesterday evening. But, yeah, it was at least half an inch.
Yeah, I would say it was probably an inch total, which is more than enough for what we need.
Yes. Yeah, it's good because I've been pretty lazy with watering.
Yeah.
But things are still green, so.
Exactly. Everything but the crazy berry cherry.
You know what? The crazy berry cherry tomatoes, they were like that last year.
Yeah.
I think they just look awful.
They look like shit, but man, do they put on.
Yeah, and actually, that was the top favorite of the kids for years now.
Yeah.
And I think they're the bottom now.
Yeah.
I mean, we pick them and throw them to the chickens. Like, they're not that they're not good, but some of these other ones that we have, I think everybody likes them better.
Yeah, because those are the yellow ones. They're like little, they look like little drops of water, basically.
Yeah, they're like tiny little robin's eggs, but they're yellow. Yeah, they're good. They're tasty. They're sweet, but they've got a sharp end that when you go to grab a bunch to pull off, it hurts. It's like a bunch of needles going into your hand.
Yeah. Huh.
So, yeah, but they make a ton of fruit.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they look so terrible. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but...
Yeah, because they look all disheveled.
They looked like that last year, too. It was like, no, they're still... And they looked like it, right away. And I was like, these aren't going to make it.
Yep.
And...
Well, the one thing that's been thriving out there has been the eggplant.
Oh, my gosh. The eggplant has been amazing. Hopefully... You like eggplant, okay? Well, as long as it's got enough breading
if
and
it's got enough
sauce
breading and cheese and sauce, we're good. We're good.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. I think I have 7 plants out there. And we've had eggplant parmesan twice now. I've got a bunch in the freezer. I've given a bunch away. And there's still
a bunch out there.
And lots.
Yeah, so, this has got to be the year for eggplant. It's just got to be going crazy. So.
Yeah. Well, it's to make up for the lack of pumpkins.
Yeah. There's something out there.
Yeah, I mean, if we can carve what's out there, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. They look they're weird color, like more yellow, like a butternut squash.
Yeah, and there was one that was pretty orange and bumpy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what to say.
We'll find out. It's not the end of the world. So that's garden update. Everything's going crazy.
Yeah. And the gem corn has tassels and silk and is standing back up after being blown over.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a windstorm blow through one day.
So we'll see.
So, kind of excited.
Yeah.
Things are moving.
Yep.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
So... For a garden update, that's it. And we're going to talk about homeschooling on this one.
We are. Because today is the first day of school.
Yes.
For our district.
A lot of districts are today.
Yeah, but there's some that were weeks ago.
Yeah. And
some are still not 4 weeks. So it's so weird how the scheduling is. But it's still always bizarre that it's so early. September was always school month. Mm-hmm. And now it's August.
Yeah, it's middle of August. Let the kids enjoy their summer.
Yeah, I mean, we're going into our 5th year of homeschooling. Mm-hmm. If we started at 5, because the oldest is now 10. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we started at 5. I don't remember.
I think
did we, or did you start at 7? I don't know.
I think it was more 5, 6 going on that age.
Is when you technically...
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because that's usually 5 is kindergarten.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think a lot of it was just life.
Yeah.
first couple of years was definitely
just
life.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it wasn't.
Didn't do a whole ton. Because we still had the youngest, and she was itty bitty back then.
Yeah.
She was what, a year old?
Maybe.
So
yeah,
be about right.
Because she'll be 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we homeschool, but I don't even like to use the word homeschool because we don't school at home. We just kind of do stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of like to say that we life school because things just kind of come up as we're doing them. And we don't really have I have shelves and shelves and shelves of curriculum that are buried in dust.
Yeah.
Because we just don't touch it. We don't do it.
Right.
Once in a while, the little one will want to do a worksheet or something, and so we'll do something. And I do have the Tuttle Twins history book that I really, really liked that I would like to get back into, because even though we're pretty laid back, they have to learn how to read. Yeah. They have to learn how to write regular and cursive and history.
Yeah.
I think our top
math too.
Things. Yeah, but math happens as we're doing it. It's not like we sit down and learn algebra.
Yeah, I cannot remember the last time we pulled out a math worksheet for the youngest or the oldest.
Yeah,
she's learned it.
Yeah, and it's just, and this is just how we do it, because every homeschooler you talk to is going to do it differently, and that's that's the magic of homeschooling.
You have some people that use the Excelis program. You have some people that use a ton of different books they have in the house, and then you have kind of us who just do kind of whatever and see how it goes.
Yeah, and I don't like to say we unschool because I think that has a negative thing to it.
It's close. It's unschooling with rules.
Right. We do not do radical unschooling.
Yes.
Our kids, we yell. Our kids have rules. They have bedtimes. We don't put up with a lot of BS.
No.
So we're not strict, but
we're not hard asses on them either.
Yeah.
So they do really good with a lot of stuff. There are a few things here and there, a few. We're working on getting them to clean up after themselves. We're working on that.
Listening, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Interrupting. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So we're working on the oldest with that because she just kind of butts in the middle of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's fine.
Exactly.
They're learning.
Exactly. She's not out in public right now, needing to have a job and do stuff. So she's got time to learn.
And every time we do go out, it's an opportunity to work on it.
Yeah.
So it'll happen.
Yeah. So and a lot of it is we just kind of go around. If they want to learn something, we just go find it. Like we'll go to museums. Like that is our thing.
Yeah.
We take the girls a lot of different places. We used to have membership at MSI, Museum of Science and Industry. We have one to Discovery up in Rockford, which is it's the play one.
Yeah, and it's got science stuff, and it's connected to that natural history museum,
too. Which is probably one of the cooler ones up there.
Yeah, that one we used to go to in Sycamore, though, that one was amazing. That just up and closed.
Yeah. I don't exactly know why, but
yeah, I don't know.
And then running down to Peoria, we took the girls down to the riverfront. They had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
I think next thing I want to try and do is get them to the Field Museum.
Yes, I would love to get to the Field Museum.
And
if we plan ahead, I believe they do have homeschool things that you might be able to get in on a discount, or I don't know. We'll just see.
So my favorite thing, and we used to, when my dad used to live in the area, we knew some people that worked at the Field Museum behind the scenes, a couple of the research people there, and we're able to go behind and see all this stuff. And it's like, I wish we had that for the girls because they would love to see something like that, where go back, you see all the stuff in formaldehyde.
Well, that was neat when we went to that one at Museum of Science Industry for members, the adult night. Yeah. We could go and like go behind all the things. Mm-hmm. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, that was like the best thing about the membership.
Exactly, and well, I mean, the best thing about the membership
is the parking.
Is the parking. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, Museum of Science and Industry is downtown Chicago. We don't go downtown Chicago. We live about 60 miles due west, and the only reason we have the MSI is its own dedicated parking spot. Mm-hmm. It's its own garage. You pull in there, you park, and you walk in the building, and you go in. Go see. There's no parking in some random parking garage
and having to run across the street or anything.
Yeah, and it works out perfect. And you go like 3 times, and just the parking alone is paid for.
Yeah, because it's not cheap.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of what we do with all of our museums and stuff, and then really whatever they want, like they'll come to us and ask us some questions, and we'll go, okay, let's look it up. Mm-hmm. And if I don't know the answer to it, and you don't know the answer to it, YouTube University knows the answer to it.
And I think that's part of the fun of homeschooling is you don't have to know everything. You don't have to get the teacher's guide.
No.
You just learn with them. Yeah. And there's lots of things that I've learned about that I didn't know because they asked about it and we looked it up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it helps the oldest with a lot of stuff. Like she's on a real big kick right now with Minecraft. Mm. And she's had to learn how to spell because she's looking for stuff on Minecraft.
Right.
So she's actually got it. And this is her little cheat, so I'll give it away. She brings her iPad down here, uses Siri, says the word that she wants to look up, and then it shows her the spelling, and then she has to copy that onto the game.
And you know what? That's perfect.
Right.
Because she figured it out, and I think that's the biggest part of homeschooling is teaching them how to learn. Mm-hmm. How to figure out how to do what they want to do without, and not to make this sound bad, but without having to ask me 5 million times. Mm-hmm. And to just come down and do it. And she never even asked me how she could go about and do that. All of a sudden, she was just doing it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And she's got it to the point where, like, we have done no sit-down spelling stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, flat out. I will say that right now. Mm-hmm. We have not done any spelling stuff with the girls. And she's been able to look at that, put like 2 or 3 letters in, just kind of sounding it out, and then she'll see the word. Mm-hmm. Because it does the autocorrect.
Right.
Now, it helps to at least see the word, but now she knows how it spells. And then she goes and clicks on it, and it brings up whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But even with autocorrect, this is a 10-year-old who's figured this out, using an iPad, an Xbox, to do things she wants to do.
Yeah. And I have no idea about Minecraft, so she has asked me a few times how to train a horse or a sheep or something, and so we've looked up online, just it gives you instructions like what to do, and then she does it, and then that's it.
Yeah. Like her biggest thing is she has the axolotl or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And she's breeding them in Minecraft, and there are like thousands of them all over the place.
Yep.
But it's little stuff like that realizes you are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And she's having fun, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I had a miserable time in school. I did not have fun. The only fun I had is when I got out of school and went to go hang out with friends. Mm-hmm. And, of course, doing that, I didn't do homework.
Yeah.
So, because I wanted to be a kid and enjoy being a kid.
Because you're in school for 8 hours, and who wants to do another 3 hours of homework?
And it's actually worse now, because I think kindergartners get homework now.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I used to try and keep up with all the stuff that was happening. Yeah. So in my mind, I could go, this is why I'm homeschooling. Like, I don't want to deal with that. And nowadays, you almost don't even need to look anything up.
No. Because all I have to say is the past 3 years, thank God we were doing this beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, I understand there's lots of people who, for whatever reason, can't or won't, and it's fine. Mm-hmm. I mean, I am not going to judge somebody because I don't want to be judged. It's just what works for us and what works for you and whatever. But this is just how we do it. But I know the first time that we were homeschooling and the first day of school, like the official where she should have been enrolled, I was like a wreck. Because it was almost like up until that point, I could change my mind. Yeah. And then once that first day of school rolled around, it was like, shit. Yeah. Like, we're doing this, I guess. And I posted something on Facebook today that this is the first year where it's like, oh yeah, tomorrow school starts and we're doing this. And my kids are at my parents' house until tomorrow, and there was no like, you gotta get them home, you know, because tomorrow's school and I gotta make lunches and whatever it is that you do. So it's
and instead they're out there flying kites.
Yeah, doing who knows what.
Yep, and playing on slot car tracks. Yeah, and causing problems and.
Yep, and we already have plans next week to see some circus that goes down the river. And,
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like the nice thing is there's never like oh my God, we didn't do this summer and now school's coming and now we need to do it all right now. Right. We get to do it, whenever.
Right. And the nice thing about the grandparents will take the girls too. Mm-hmm. Like whenever. It doesn't matter. Middle of the week, you guys want to go out, or the grandparents message us and go, we want the girls, and sure.
Yeah, and I know my parents have always been, when we were told them we were going to homeschool, I don't think they really understood why, because I didn't really have a good reason.
Right. Why. Well, I mean, your mom was worked in the school too, so.
But they never tried to talk us out of it or made us feel bad about it. It was just like, okay, whatever. And I remember my mom, there was a specific day where she said, I think they were either taking the kids or bringing them back, and she's like, you know what? This is actually kind of nice that, it can be any time, and they get to spend as much time with them, and it's not like for, I don't know how many months out of the year you're in school, but for 180 days, you
6
can't.
months.
Yeah. And even with the event we're doing next month, it's not like, oh, God, kids are going to be a mess on Monday, It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So it's nice.
Exactly. So, but it's nice because you guys can get out and go do stuff and not worry about that. Mm-hmm. And it works for us. And I remember you had. It's like the second or third day, and you go take the girls out and go do something fun for the first day, like the first or second day of school.
Yeah.
You guys will go out and hit a museum or something,
just to kind of commemorate that. Yeah, it's another year that we've decided to do this.
Right. So that'll be probably Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go. Year. I think we're gonna go to Rockford on Thursday.
There you go.
We haven't been up there in a while, and now that it's I don't know when they start school, so maybe it won't matter. But this is kind of like the homeschool summer, where it's still nice out, and now things aren't going to be. Usually the splash pads are still open for a while, so they're not super busy. But I did actually order curriculum for this year, which is unusual. But it's all about like the cycle of a chicken. Okay. And it kind of covers all the subjects, so I couldn't pass up on it. And I had money sitting in PayPal, so.
There you go.
So that doesn't show up until, I think they said like September 15th it'll start shipping. So even so, we still have.
Yeah, I mean, that's. So there's reality. When you take payments for PayPal, you're tossing it right into homeschooling the girls.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so anything that I have sold, I don't even know what that was from. Something.
Yeah, something on
freeze-dried candy or salves, or I have no idea. Somebody paid me for something.
Could have been the garage sale, too, or something. I don't remember.
Maybe it was selling. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, that went right into curriculum.
And we love doing little stuff like that where we just go buy the girls something and do something fun.
Yep.
And do it whenever. So like coming up in September, I'll take an entire week off. And we'll just go out and do whatever.
Yeah.
And just get out. We won't have to deal with any crowds at museums and just go have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're planning on this year. We got to figure that out.
I don't know. Besides getting the chickens to go into the coop, I don't know.
We should probably start doing that pretty soon, but that's a whole different story. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nice to not to worry about making sure that they have time to do homework and get to bed on time and make sure they're not a total mess the next day at school after we've done whatever.
Absolutely. And it's nice to do this if you and I need a break from the girls and just need you and me time.
Yeah.
We can send them out for a week like we did this past weekend. We had a ham radio thing to do on Saturday where we're in the truck for 11 hours straight, you and me.
Yeah.
And it was nice. And then we had 4 or 5 days with each other just to sit around and talk and get a few things done around the house and just spend time together.
Yeah. And I know they're safe and having fun, and anytime they're ready to come home, they come home.
Right. And they call you probably, 2-3 times a day.
Yep.
They got, FaceTime you through the iPads, and, you see in the ceiling and the floor and running all over the place. And but it works for us. It's a nice way we have things set up, and there have been sacrifices with it, but those sacrifices are 100% worth it.
Yeah, and it's nice, too, because even though you haven't seen them this weekend, it's not like you're not going to be able to do whatever after work tomorrow because they have to get back into school and be doing homework for who knows how long. And when you come home, they're ready to do whatever.
Exactly. In reality, when they come home tomorrow, the oldest will probably be down in the basement playing Minecraft.
Probably.
And showing me what she built.
Yeah.
So we'll eat dinner, and then we'll come down in the basement for a couple hours, and she'll probably continue playing Minecraft for a little while. Or I'll go sit on the couch with the youngest and just hang out for a little while.
Yeah.
Watch some goofy cartoon or something.
Yeah, it really fits into our chaotic but simple life.
Exactly. So it's worked out perfect for us. I love hearing about people going down the path. But if you don't want to go down the path of homeschooling, that's fine too. You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's your kids. It's you. Fit it in your schedule.
I understand needing the break. Like, I get it. And there are times where it's like, I don't get that break for a while. And it really starts to wear you down. Because my 2 kids love to talk.
Yes.
And I don't.
Yeah.
Want to talk all the time. And just hearing them talk all day is just like, oh my goodness.
Well, all right. So I remember we're doing speech therapy for the youngest.
Yeah.
And this is probably the funniest thing I've said. And I think you laughed at it pretty hard too. We're having speech therapy for the youngest. So we're teaching the youngest to talk while we're teaching the oldest to shut up so we can teach the youngest to talk. Yeah, it was a struggle getting the oldest to step back, be quiet, so that the little one could actually do her lessons or practices or whatever. Yep.
It's fun, though. Especially as they grow up and just seeing how things change, and I kind of...
And watching the girls come out of their shell with stuff.
Yeah.
Like I have seen so much change with the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Like where she's actually
like a person.
Yeah, she is getting pretty brave,
mm-hmm.
coming out, and like she gets upset if I process rabbits and she's not out there.
Yeah.
Like the first time we did it, she wouldn't come 100, anywhere near me.
Well, and just seeing her communicate with adults.
Yes.
That can be kind of intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And she's right there talking like she's, completely equal.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's kind of like, okay, go play with the kids.
Yeah. Let the adults talk to the adults.
But she wants to be right in there.
So, but she's done awesome. Same with the youngest. The youngest is coming out of her shell more.
Yeah.
She's still pretty shy, but she's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's going to take her a little bit to get used to probably Tim and people
here.
It's
all right. I mean, it'll be probably 15 minutes and then she'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think her buddy from Ohio might. Is her buddy from? No,
I don't know.
I don't know if they're. Yeah, I think they are coming.
Yeah, I don't know if the four-legged friend is coming.
I would imagine.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
So, but either way,
it'll
they'll
be
have
fun
with that.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, I think that's pretty much what we got on homeschool. Unless you got anything else you want to add.
No, it's just always a phase. That it feels like something works perfectly, and then the next week it doesn't, and
mm-hmm.
it's just always adjusting and not expecting anything to happen how society has told us it's supposed to.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have schools until the late 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. What did people do before then?
Well,
they learned at home.
Yeah, and I panicked when my oldest wasn't reading by, I don't even know what age, 8, 7, I don't remember. And I bought 1,000,000 books about it that were dry as toast.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. And then she ended up playing Roblox.
Yeah, Roblox.
And all of a sudden she could read. And it was like, well, I can't take credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And things just happen when they need it to.
Yep, she took the initiative and she did really good with it.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be.
And I think that's a life skill. I mean, you built a chicken coop, you built the rabbit hutch, and
mm-hmm.
you didn't know how to do that.
No,
you didn't have a teacher tell you how to do that.
No, I had plans to follow with the rabbit or with the coop.
But you learned how to read the plans.
Yeah, I mean, it's measurements. It's pretty easy. You just got to learn how to read a tape measure. And I buy the cheater tape measure that has the fractional stuff on it.
You knew how to look that up.
Yeah.
And you knew how to figure it out.
Exactly.
And I don't think it's any different for kids.
And then we figured out the original hutch, and then we just added on to the hutch. And all that stuff, the rabbit hutch is just winged.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had no plans to go with that. I just kind of went, measured the cages and went with it.
Yeah.
So, did real good with that.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty much it for kids.
Okay.
So since we were talking about the Toolman
mm-hmm.
event, that's happening a month from today.
Yep.
September 16th.
Yep. It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday, but if you are coming and you're camping,
mm-hmm.
It is possible to come Friday.
Yep, Friday night and
then Saturday night.
Saturday night if you want to camp Saturday night, because I would assume we're going to probably be up late.
Yeah.
You're welcome to camp overnight. We do have enough provisions for several tents, so
yeah.
I would say probably 10 tents we could probably fit.
Yeah.
So.
We'll have food and water, and we'll probably have some bourbon and stuff like that.
We're going to go hit up Whiskey Acres and get a little bit.
Yeah,
see
just
what they
some
have.
local stuff.
So, since we have a few people coming in from out of town, it'd be kind of nice to get some local stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let them try it. And then the plans for the day seem to be we're going to have a round table with the Tool Man. He's going to like a Q&A round table, just meet and greet. And then we'll do a ham radio demo. and then probably a property walk and any questions that people have on rabbits.
And chickens and
give
gardens and foraging and
and then I'll probably walk down the lane and look and see what we got back there, so you can see what we look for when we're looking for stuff, and kind of just show people around.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you're local and you have been following us, I'm sure you've heard us either on Tim's show or talk about Tim. So if you don't know who he is, then look him up, listen to him a little bit, and come out.
Absolutely. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and he has helped us immensely get used to doing live streams and talking to people.
Yeah. And don't get scared off that he only talks about tools, because that was my original thing. Was I happened to listen to something, and that's where I learned about the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's cool. And then I was like, well, I guess, that was probably the only one I'll listen to, because I don't know anything about tools. And then I think I found it again, and it was like, oh. So, I mean, he talks about movies, everything.
Yeah, trivia. I've done 2 or 3 episodes on it with him, with Ham Radio. He does a lot of stuff on entrepreneurship. He owns his own business, actually a couple, I think.
Yeah.
He's just an all-around nice guy and a jack of all trades.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't think that it's only tools and you're not going to get anything out of it if you are not interested in tools, because there's so much more.
Yep. Well worth a listen in your ears. So.
Yep.
And you usually catch us on the live streams, because we're usually in the comments.
Yeah.
Especially once it gets going a little bit, because usually the bedtime with the girls is like right there.
Yeah.
So.
We try.
But if they're out of town and he live streams during the weekend, we're in there.
Yeah.
If we're not doing something else.
Yeah. And if we remember.
Yes. So, but yeah, we will have, I'll have some links for his stuff, probably his podcast and his YouTube page. And then I'll give the link to the Telegram chat, probably his Telegram and the Telegram for the event. So anybody that would like to join that Telegram, let it, keep posted on times and what's going on.
Yeah, because we don't have full details out yet. It's just that weekend.
Yeah, we're planning on it. But yeah, if you want to jump in there or find us on Facebook, and we share an event there, so you can RSVP.
Yeah. Yep.
There
and
as well.
Kids are welcome as long as they're supervised.
Yes.
Because this is our neighbor's property. There are a lot of sharp.
Yep, there's a pond, there's equipment laying around. There is the full lane. We do have animals here, so supervised adult acting kids.
Yeah, we have animals that we don't want let out.
Yeah,
which has happened before.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to be babysitters.
No.
Just for our own.
We have our 2 babysit.
and Nate.
Yeah, and me too. Because that caused a lot of problems as well.
But yeah, I'm thinking too, we'll have a table that if you sell anything, bring some.
Bring it.
Bring an envelope for cash or however you take payment. And we'll kind of have a table there for whatever.
Yep, we'll have to go get a couple. I think we need a new one for doing the hog too.
Yeah.
So we'll have to swing over to Menards and see if we can get fold up or something.
Yeah.
So
we'll figure something out.
Yep. I did see a bar height table somewhere, so I'll have to see if we can get that.
That would be nice. That would be nice. So yeah, I mean, like at Nicole's event, there was just a table. If you have plants that you sell, whatever. Absolutely. You never know.
Yeah, bring some plants, bring some food, bring freeze-dried stuff. Candy, anything that you make, just bring it. Yeah. We can try and get it sold, barter. Sell. Yeah. We may do a barter blanket. We'll see how that.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of neat.
See how that works out. Yeah. Have something go with that.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, it'll be a fun event. So that's September 16th. I don't know an exact time. Yeah. Probably late morning, early afternoon, somewhere around there. And then we'll go into the wee hours. We may have a bonfire. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see how the fields are next to us, if they're drying out yet.
Yeah.
So that's always the thing.
Yep. So yeah, and
you were playing on the lane today earlier, right?
Yep. I found some elderberry that was ripe. We have American black and European black elderberries, and they kind of ripen and bloom at different times. Mm-hmm. So it seems like the American black does it quicker.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like some of them are ready and a lot of them are still green or real light purple. Mm. So I've got some time yet, but it'll be soon.
Cool. You grabbed some today.
I got a little bit today and cleaned them up and threw them in the freezer just to keep them.
You're going to run them through the freeze dryer.
Yeah, Yeah, that's the plan.
So.
Yeah, because I make syrup, and then I'm going to try tinctures this year, where you don't need to boil the berries first. They go through whatever they need to do in the fermentation for the 6 to 8 weeks in the alcohol. That does the same as you boiling for the 20 minutes that you're supposed to do it, so they're not toxic.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
We'll see.
Yeah,
see how it turns out. Yeah.
So, we got the alcohol for that. We ran up the Sunday to the liquor store and got all that.
Yep.
So, should be fun to play around and see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be kind of nice to have another option. Because the syrup, I did it for sale one year, and I did really good. It was a lot of work just to make enough and keep up with the honey, and it was a lot of work. And I think I still have PTSD from trying to fulfill orders and keep everything straight. And I haven't done it since because it's just like, elderberry syrup.
Yep, you're going pretty crazy with that. So
I got to find an easier way. If that just means selling the freeze-dried berries and you do it yourself, or even selling a little kit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they'd have to get their own local honey.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. You want to have your own local honey.
Yeah. So, or the tincture, which you don't need honey in.
Yeah.
I mean, you could add it to your tea or whatever.
Yeah, that'd work. So, we'll have to play with it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
I like trying new stuff, and we seem to be doing a lot of that. So.
Yeah, and it's like I remember walking down the lane the first time, and I was like, are those elderberries? Like, I just spent like $30 on a little bag on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to try it, and
now we got it.
Yeah,
we need to get. So there's this tree back there, and it's about 6 feet, 7 feet tall, probably.
The elderberry?
Yeah, the elderberry tree that's back there.
Well, yeah.
It's like back in the weeds.
Oh,
we need
to. They always seem to ripen the first, and they're never picked over.
Yeah.
Like the birds don't go back there for some reason. I don't know why. Because it's like you got to get out there, and I've always put mesh bags over them, and it's just kind of a pain. So this year, my goal is just to keep up on it.
Yeah.
Like the girls love going down the lane.
Oh yeah.
So if we can get out there once a day, and I just collect what I can.
And they love the blackberries too. Or the not the blackberries, the
mulberries.
Mulberries.
Yeah, those are done though.
Yeah.
We do have blackberries down there,
yes.
but I have yet to try one because I just get nervous about berries.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I've had like 3 people tell me that they are indeed blackberries, but now they're gone, so I'll have to wait until next year.
It is what it is.
I don't think I've ever had a real blackberry.
I can't tell you that I've had any either.
I've had black raspberries.
Yeah.
But not blackberries.
What were the trees at the apartment? Weren't there something...
Crab apples?
No. At the apartment. They're on the far side of the pond.
I think mulberries.
Mulberries too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. That was so far.
Yeah, mulberries are so funny because it's like I grew up with one in my backyard growing up, and we just ate them. And then for years, I didn't have them until probably the apartment. And then down here, we found that huge tree down the lane.
Yeah.
So we pulled the ladder to pick like a handful.
Yep.
And we got bit by mosquitoes. It was awful. And then we found the other trees that are like just right there.
Yeah.
But
that are like eye level where you put the blanket on it and shake it.
Yeah. But it's so funny when you talk to people like online or something and you talk about mulberries and they're like, wait, those exist? Like, it's just, they're not in the store.
No.
And it's just one of those things that's like only if you have a tree.
Yep. And mulberry crumble.
Oh, God, that's good. I only made it once this year.
Yep. We gave half to the neighbor. We did it like a mixed berry.
I did a mixed berry one, which I actually didn't like as much.
It was still pretty good.
Berry. But I do have a bunch still frozen that we need to turn into jam. And
yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, so what else we got? And then, all right.
Well, just that, we've got Etsy still. Have all the sticks on there, the comfrey sticks. I just made tons and tons of the tallow salve going into the tins. That's been selling really good.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that.
Yeah.
That stuff does ship way nicer.
Yeah, I don't think I've sold a coconut oil one in a while. It's all been the tallow.
Yeah.
Which is fine with me because it is much easier to ship.
Yep.
It's easy to make.
Yep.
And I like that it's all local.
Exactly. So if we could just find vitamin E local, we'll be good to go.
That's all right. I mean, vitamin E is just, it kind of helps preserve it a little bit, and it makes it just that much nicer on your skin. So
exactly.
I only just use a few drops. It's not like I go through a ton. I just got to keep up on the beeswax. I got to make sure I get enough beeswax.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a supplier for that. It's a place here in town, White Barn Farm.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear if she has more.
Okay. If not, I'm sure we could find a few other beekeepers.
Yep.
So, but she's had you pretty good for a while.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you want to support the show, that's probably the best way to do it. Is just go to the Etsy store and buy something that you like.
Yeah.
You can look around for some coupon codes.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
We've posted them in the past, so poke around and get.
It's like a scavenger hunt.
Yep, 10 to 15% off depending on where you find it. So,
or if you email us,
then
maybe you could get a code that way.
Exactly. So.
And also, I mean, we accept Bitcoin and Lightning.
Yep. Yeah, we'll pretty much Bitcoin Lightning is our main, so we'll stick to that.
Yep, and it's not too late to get comfrey roots.
No.
So anytime up until I can't pull them out.
Yeah, I mean they ship fine, they pull out fine, and they are a honey badger of a plant.
Yeah,
you are not going to kill that thing.
Yeah, so even if you're in the heat or it's raining or whatever, it pretty much seems to grow everywhere.
Yep, and we have it in 2 places: full sun. Well, 3 places: full sun, half sun, no sun, and it's growing in all the spots. So.
Yeah, some are bigger than others.
Yeah,
but.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got for you guys this week. So we will catch you next time.
All right, see you on the homestead where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.